Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway, and we are all about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technology so that they can stay competitive and relevant. And today's topic is about organic growth. You can grow your business online without necessarily having to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on advertisements. And we're going to talk about some of those concepts and then maybe mention a few technologies. But we're more or less going to do a brief overview of 3 major strategies on how to grow your business online. Number 1, join as many online networking groups as you can that are a good fit for either your target audience. Like this event could potentially be filled with people who would be a good fit for you as a customer, or join networking groups online that are going to suit you well with collaborative partnership possibilities. So like people who complement your business, perhaps you can build and establish relationships with those business professionals to either send referrals to you, or once you're done with that customer, you could perhaps refer them to somebody else. So those are really great ways to grow your business, because referral networking, referral partnerships, and just word of mouth referrals are still one of the strongest and most powerful ways to grow your business. And so joining online networking events, which are really, there's a plethora of them online right now. Since the pandemic, there are more events online available for either free or very affordable, where you can actually hang out with other professionals or potential customers and get an opportunity to connect with them, have conversations with them, even in an online world. So I highly recommend that as your number 1 major strategy, is to start joining as many online networking events as possible. And then when you're at a networking event, when it comes time for you to have the mic and share a little bit about yourself, be as concise as possible. I really promote the idea that you should have about a 30-second soundbite introduction that you could either use as a staple everywhere you go, no matter who you're talking to, or you can take that 30-second intro and modify it depending upon whom you're talking to, which is the recommended method. Because if you're networking with potential partners, you want to use language that would help them identify your value, and also why you would be a good partner for them per se, right? Versus if you were going to do a 30-second introduction to a group of potential customers, you're going to want to speak more to the benefits that you bring, addressing the pain points that you know a tremendous amount of those target market people have. So have a concise, brief, short introduction ready to go. And if you ever need help formulating what that introduction is, we have people within the Tech with Heart network that are specifically focusing on helping you craft your main core message. So then you could take that core message and shrink it down to a 30-second intro, or expand it into a 10-minute presentation. So we've got you covered there. Just reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com and let us know that you need some guidance in that arena. The other thing that you should do when you are introducing yourself, or you have a minute to network with people online, is at the end of your bit where you're introducing yourself, give them a clear call to action so that they know what it is that you really want from them. So that's part of what you hear people say, go for the ask. So at the end of your introduction, you can say something like, so do you or anyone you know need blah, blah, blah. So that way you're not just saying, hey, look, if this is a perfect fit for you, reach out to me. You're saying, if this is a perfect fit for somebody you know, maybe you could refer them to me. So help people understand how to help you with a clear call to action at the end of your introductory period when you're at a networking event, okay? And then you can really work towards honing in on those building of the referral partnerships. So if you find that you may have connected with somebody who is a very strong potential partner, make sure you get them scheduled into either your calendar or you ask for their calendar. That's another great way. So that way you're not feeling too like, you're not pushing yourself too much. You can just reach out to them and say, I really think that we have some good synergies here and could serve our audiences better together. Are you open to, letting me have your calendar to book a time to meet with you one-on-one? So that usually goes over very smoothly. The other thing that I highly recommend if you're going to do some of these online networking events is to start building out a CRM, which is a customer relationship management. Now, just because it's a customer relationship management doesn't mean you can't put potential partnerships in there. This is more or less your database that you're building, because as you do more and more networking, you're going to meet more and more people, and you don't want to lose sight of them. And you also don't want to automatically add any of these people to your email list unless you've been given explicit approval. That's a pretty big red flag to most professionals these days, where if they are automatically just added to a newsletter list and they're going to start getting barraged with your emails 3 to 5 times a week without you even asking their permission, that's going to be a sign that maybe they're not going to want to partner with somebody like you. So remember, this is Tech with Heart. We focus on how we use that technology to enhance and build and deepen human relationships. So the other thing you can do to help grow your business when you are doing a lot of online marketing is you can go ahead and make it easy peasy for people to learn more about you without just necessarily sending them to LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is a really great resource. I'm not knocking LinkedIn whatsoever. If you only have a LinkedIn profile, then that's at least a great place to start, because LinkedIn is more business oriented out of all the social platforms. But I also recommend you look into doing something like a digital business card. Now, there are a plethora of these services out there, and so it's a matter of what exactly that you need and which ones are in your price range, because they all have, I think, a pretty low-hanging, affordable monthly rate. But what this does is it gives people a one-stop shop to go learn everything about you, rather than sending them to your business website, which is focused probably a lot more on your services or your products. This is a digital business card all about you. So it's your name, where you're from, your phone number, your email. So it gives them a one-stop quick shop for the information to be found. And a lot of these digital business cards will automatically allow the person who's looking at it to add it to their contacts on their phone too. So that's a really powerful tool. Again, if you have questions about any of these platforms or concepts that I'm mentioning, just reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com. We're really here to support you in being successful in an online digital world.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you can use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at Revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
So let's move on to the second main point. So the first one was join as many online networking events as possible, as long as it's a good fit for you. Don't just randomly go and join every event, because you'll run out of time in a hurry. You also want to, plunk yourself. Like if you're fishing for bass, you don't want to go fishing, where there's only trout. You really need to understand who your target market is and where you want to go with that, and place yourself there. So the second major thing that you can do to grow your online business is to join online groups on social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, and even Alignable and WhatsApp. Those are 4 platforms that I use, that I host a Tech with Heart group on, and I'm seeing that there's a lot of value in either leading your own group or joining other groups that are engaged. So that's the key one right there. You want to join groups that are either, again, going to be focused around your target market, where you could potentially get customers from that group. But then there's also the other groups where you could join and build collaborative partnerships so that you get referral business from one another. So when you do join these online groups, and they're all free, by the way, you're going to want to start adding value to that group before you start asking for anything from them. Okay, so you want to start building a reputation for yourself in that group. Now, some of these groups could be small, maybe under 1,000. Others are upwards of 100,000 members. So the more active you're involved in these groups, the more you're making a name for yourself as an expert in such and such a niche. So that is a great place to just organically grow your business, show up, give value. That means like share posts or share comments that are insightful, that actually help somebody overcome an obstacle that they're dealing with. And then B, you're ultimately elevating your influence in that group. So it's a win-win. And then usually group moderators, they have certain days of the week where they're going to allow their members to post more about their business. Like maybe there's a promotion day, maybe there's a share what you're working on day. So pay attention to those types of posts and engage. The more, again, that you're engaging, the more people in that group start realizing, oh, they're there for real, and they're going to start paying attention to you. And then every so often, go into those groups and ask a good question, like, hey, does anybody besides me struggle with blah, blah, blah? But pose that question in a way that you're going to get the answer that you seek, so that ultimately you can learn more about either your perfect customer, so you can create your message to be a little bit more relevant to the things that they're saying that they're struggling with, or what is it your collaborative partners are looking for. So you can ask specific questions to the group in a way that's not marketing or salesy or phishing. Sometimes people say don't throw out phishing posts where you're more or less saying, hey, DM me for more details, or DM me to talk. They may or may not approve that kind of content. So again, pay attention to the group that you're in and the rules for that group, and then show up with an attitude of service, and you'll raise your influence at the same time that you are indeed helping people, which again helps them to know, like, and trust you a lot faster. Okay, so you can also, in those groups, after you've made a name for yourself a little bit, it's okay, I believe, if this is the group rule, where you can ask if anybody out there is looking to partner with blah, blah, blah. More or less kind of build the profile of somebody like you and what you can bring to the table, and then see how that goes. See if you're able to just get a few interested parties, and see if that works for you. It's a good strategy to go ahead and ask as often as possible, as long as it doesn't seem as though you're self-promoting or you're being too salesy. So those are two major facets: networking online and joining online groups on social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Alignable, and WhatsApp. Again, if you have any questions about that, reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com. We'd be more than happy to have a quick little conversation, give you a little strategy session, and set you on your way. The third way to grow your business online organically is to do a lot of online posting. So there's a lot of free tools out there. Google My Business is a free platform in which you can actually build yourself a mini website that Google favors. And in that mini website, you are able to do regular posts. You're able to list events that you're hosting. You're able to do promotions if you want to go ahead and advertise straight from those platforms. But it's more or less a very powerful mini version of a website. So if you don't have the money to create a website, at least you can start by creating a Google My Business account and get verified by Google. And then you can start posting there regularly. And you can even list your products and services right there and take people's money right there on that Google platform. So there's a lot of power there. And unfortunately, a lot of business owners do not know about Google My Business. It also serves you up on local maps too. So if somebody's searching and you're at maybe a nail salon for fingernails, you can actually get ranked in the top 3 searches just by simply having a Google My Business account, which is free. very, very powerful. So the other thing you should do when you're reaching out, doing online posting, is you should have a place for people, whether it be your Google My Business, or we can, a lot of email marketing platforms these days allow you to create a landing page for your campaign. So let's just say the most basic of campaigns would be that you would like to lead people to a landing page to learn a little bit more about what you're offering, and then have them opt in for a free download. And when they opt in, they're giving you their name and their email. Super, super basic. So here's the thing. When they opt in for that, whatever that is, that's free, make sure that that free offering is something irresistible to them, like fiery hot, like this is addressing a pain point that is so hot for them that they must, absolutely must give you their name and email so that they can download it. Well, here's what happens on the back side of that. Their name and email goes into your email marketing system and CRM, and then they automatically start getting sent out based upon the efforts that you put in, of course. They can be sent out a few welcome emails to start building that relationship with them through email, as well as you can continue to share information with them as you grow about different updates or events that you're going to be hosting online. So it's a super easy, super affordable, like email marketing platforms range anywhere from like 15, no, some are free, but then you don't usually get the landing page option with them. And then some of them are like $15, and it can go all the way up depending upon how many thousands of contacts you have in those platforms. I use Aweber, and it gives me a lot of power and a lot of automation. And I would be very happy to talk to anybody about that, because I am an advocate of that particular platform at the moment, because I've been using it for years. So again, you can always reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com to pick my brain and or attend our monthly Empower meetups. Tech with Heart Network has monthly Empower meetups where we come together and we get to meet each other face to face and do this online networking and also being a part of an online group. So I'm actually providing a stage for all these things that I'm talking about for our nonprofit organization called Tech with Heart. All right, so the other thing you can do once you've got that landing page and that free website built and your irresistible offer created, so that, I'm sorry, your irresistible lead magnet, meaning like, hey, give us your name and phone number and we'll send you the 7 things that you must know about blah, 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 point on things of their interest. And then use social media like you've never used social media before. Social media is free. And there's a lot of things that are really showing that it's trending right now. So you want to hop on as many trends as possible. And if you need guidance towards that, again, reach out to us. But video marketing is like one of the most powerful ways to convey your message in little bite-sized chunks, while also giving people an opportunity to get to know you, your personality. They see you, they hear you, they see your body language, they start to believe that they can know, like, and trust you. And so that's going to shorten that sales cycle. When they do get on the phone with you or they do go to your landing page, they're going to opt in because they feel that they can trust you. So that's a good thing. So video is very powerful. And above video is live broadcasting. That is even more powerful because it's live, it's interactive. On platforms like Facebook, you can go live and you can give people an opportunity to like text you live while you're broadcasting live. So you can like do a Q&A live, or you can at least greet them live and shout out their name while you see them popping up on the just join screen to watch what you're having to say. That's also a super great way to engage people, help them to feel seen, heard, and appreciated and valued, while you're also growing your influence and hopefully using that call to action that you come up with, what you want them to do, and they're going to take action on that. So those are 3 very powerful tools in your toolbox now that you can use to grow your business online. First, join as many online networking events as you can that are related to your industry or related to your target market or related to potential collaborative partnerships. Secondly, join as many online groups as possible that are, again, agreed for either the customers or the partnerships, and start showing up regularly, giving value just through posting different things and following the group guidelines. And then third, do as many online posts through social media, leading people to your landing page that has an opt-in for that super irresistible lead magnet. Create yourself a Google My Business account and start doing posts there regularly. That gets broadcast out through Google. They really like to push out your information when it's on their platform. And then utilize video marketing, because it's one of the strongest, most effective marketing content out there, especially when it comes to short form video, like on Instagram Reels or even TikTok. So don't discount TikTok. It's very powerful. And we're seeing business owners skyrocketing their influence, their audience, and their sales by just being open to doing things differently. And that's one of the things that we focused here on Tech with Heart is what's working now versus what was working then. And then we're going to show you what's trending, showing the trends are going to be long-term trends. So more or less the new way of doing things. So here's to your success. Go check us out at techwithheartnetwork.com. Thanks for tuning in.